Our beloved Solana has 11.5 million active accounts, with the number of NFT users being significantly large. On the platform, 22 million NFTs have been created, and undoubtedly, the majority of them are used as a tool for manipulation, a way to extract funds from less experienced market participants with a subsequent attempt to sell if their value increases. The average transaction cost is extremely low, hundreds of times less than 1 cent, highlighting the importance of processing speed. For NFT users and those transferring funds through the Solana network, high transaction speed is critically important. Today, we will examine all these aspects. As for the alt season, its time has not yet come. Patience is required. In just 30 days since the start of pre-orders through Solana Mobile, 100,000 phones were sold. This is a significant success, as it generates an income of $45 million, demonstrating the effective monetization of the company's products. I am convinced that the company will take steps that benefit investors, considering that our investments are aimed at supporting the initial phase of their smartphone development. Likely, the pre-order of the phone will be accompanied by an offer of interesting bonuses, which is especially important for satisfying the interests of the first investors. Currently, the company is actively integrating with various services and projects, such as Backpack, Tensor, Jupiter, Phantom, Soulflare, Magic Eden, Drip, as well as Helium, Drift Protocol, Solend, Dialect, Step Finance, Monkey DAO, and many others. A multitude of projects are being launched on the Solana platform, attracting investments in this direction. I am closely monitoring this process and am fully satisfied with what is happening. For those interested in purchasing, I suggest following the link in the description. The pre-order process is simple. Just click the pre-order button on the provided link and complete the purchase with a card or through Solana Pay. I am confident you will find the process straightforward. Next up for us is the ecosystem. In this ecosystem, there are numerous projects with high daily user activity, DAU, including Tensor, as well as Realms from Helium, which provide the opportunity to delegate your Helium coins. Oracles, integration with Wormhole, a multitude of decentralized exchanges, DX, and a vast array of projects in the decentralized finance, DeFi sector are also available here. This ecosystem is enriched with a significant number of projects and supported by impressive partners. As part of our analysis of the technical picture, which we conducted some time ago, we compared the capitalizations of Solana and Ethereum. I believe it is prudent to compare Solana at its early stages of development, similarly to how we analyzed Ethereum. Ethereum demonstrated astonishing growth, increasing by approximately 300,000%, which was truly an impressive jump after a significant drop and many problems. Despite many considering Ethereum a lost cause when its value was $83, after a 95% fall from its peak value of $3,400, there followed a long accumulation, and then the price soared to $4,600, approaching $5,000. In the context of Solana's growth by 55,000%, a comparable drop of 96% indicates similar problems faced by many projects during bear market periods. Accumulation also occurred, and I expected it to last a bit longer. Here is the 700% growth that we've noted, and now we are consolidating above this level. A similar structure was observed with Ethereum. Here is this mark, also below the level, followed by additional growth, totaling 5,000% from the bottom. Applying this analysis to the current chart and assuming that history does not repeat itself exactly but rhymes, it can be suggested that Solana is capable of reaching a value of $300 to $500 and possibly higher. I am confident that Solana will occupy a worthy place in the blockchain theme, especially in the NFT area, becoming a kind of hub for NFTs. In the news, Tensor, one of the marketplaces on the Solana platform, has surpassed OpenSea in trading volumes, which is a significant achievement. Let's move on. Therefore, friends, I believe that reaching a value of $300, $400, $500 is entirely possible, and I am betting on this with my own funds. I am ready to hold on to my investments because I am an investor, not a speculator. I do not aim for quick exits and re-entries, nor do I resell, because I believe in my investment. This is my bet. I suggest you make your own conclusions and take measured decisions. Regarding staking, approximately 67% of coins are staked, meaning 33% of coins are liquid and located in various protocols and on exchanges. Everything else is in staking and is not liquid. Yes, there is an exchange. Some participants withdraw funds, others deposit, but overall 67% of funds are retained. Inflation is minimal, and I think that sooner or later, the team around Yakovenko will find a solution to control it. The main thing is that the system functions and works. Looking at the long-term perspective, 99% uptime of the network is an excellent result. Even the most reliable banks and centralized structures are not immune to failures, which is quite normal for the technology industry and IT development. Any network, including Ethereum and other projects like Cosmos, faces problems that are quickly resolved, though users may not notice. But no one practically achieves 100% uptime. Let's move on. Regarding the alt season, everything is interconnected, including Solana, Samoyedcoin, PIF Network, Jupiter, and Helium, which are related to Solana. Therefore, if Solana grows, these projects also show growth. As for the alt season, I have a firm belief that there won't be a significant alt season until Bitcoin updates its all-time high. However, this could happen soon, as we see that with each new cycle, the less people believe in growth, the faster it comes. Let's consider an interesting pattern. As soon as the price of Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, the capitalization of all altcoins, except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, also begins to grow, as measured by Total 3. We are in a similar situation now, having broken and consolidated above the previous high, and we are gradually moving upwards. It is here, at the all-time high of Bitcoin, that the real alt season will begin. So, let's hold on to our assets. Understandably, there may be corrections, but we are here to participate in this most significant growth phase. I assure you, most people have already sold their assets, and it is they who will be buying them back in a state of FOMO, fear of missing out. Regarding the potential value of Solana in a bull market, a capitalization of $50, $100, $200 billion is not required for Solana to achieve a twofold, threefold increase and be worth $200, $300, $400, $500. Capitalization is merely an indicator reflecting the current price multiplied by the total circulating supply. We have 67% of assets in staking, and only 10 to 15, at most 20% of coins, are on exchanges. These assets are the subject of trade between buyers and sellers. Therefore, for the price to rise, interaction between the buyer and the seller is necessary. In short, the mechanics are quite simple. If from a price of $100 to $500, there are approximately 10 million coins for sale, and buyers actively purchase them, then the price will inevitably move upwards, and this does not require significant resources. Therefore, if Solana can attract attention in various ways, be it through hype, special promotions, unique offers such as smartphones, as well as through all the other marketing strategies they implement at a high level, the price can significantly increase. Of course, they made a lot of mistakes, but corrected them. The funniest thing is that they made many mistakes with the first version of their flagship smartphone, setting the price at $1,000, which was complete nonsense. Why would I buy such a phone for $1,000, about which I know nothing? Yet enthusiasts bought it and did not regret it because Solana understands that they simply sold a flagship device. Yes, there were lots of gimmicks, but it wasn't worth it in principle. They distributed Bonk via an airdrop, attracted a market maker, pumped up the price, and everyone fell in love with Solana because the drops were generous, and Bonk soared into space, allowing someone to capitalize. That's how they shared with their investors, and those not satisfied with a huge amount of money. That's how this story ended. This is already the second story, Chapter 2 from Solana Mobile, so I too will be participating in it. That's how things are. Friends. On my YouTube channel, I create a playlist with airdrops, where I try to publish new airdrops daily, allowing you to earn free tokens. I say goodbye to you, wishing everyone a good day or evening, great profit and significant growth. Goodbye to everyone.